than the Collegiate little boys against the four Smurfs, which is going to be Vulcan, Bard, Wildcats, Waffmaster, and Replay. So you're going to have two Admirals players on this four Smurfs team. On the other end, you're going to have Sockeyes, Copex, Grizzlies, Kosh, Beavers, Raid, and Galaxy Muskrat. So a wider variety of teams here. What do you expect from this one, Cubics?
I expect a lot of good gameplay out of these teams. Just looking through some of the names, being in independent myself, these are absolutely star-studded rosters. Especially, excuse me, with the solo playability of Muskrat. He's been one of those players to watch from a mechanical solo play dribble standpoint in independent for the last little while. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a show he can put on today.
It is indeed. I do apologize again for the technical difficulty, as I will tell Irony to hit spectate. Thank you. This one, obviously a best of 5 series, or best of 7 series, excuse me, because it is All-Star Weekend here, and this is the indie matchup. Do you think this one goes the full distance, though? As we already see a first goal come through from Bartan, obviously of notable fame off the Centurions, our previous media team manager.
Yeah, that's a good way to start here for four Smurfs, and hey, they will take that to start. And like you mentioned with the series, I think it very well could go to 7. Just looking at these rosters, like I don't see how it does not go to at least 6. Personally, I think it's going to be a nice long series with some great action in between. That's a good pass out from Raid, and Kosh gonna send it into the back of the net, tie this thing up early. And the other thing about this series, personally, I think it's going to be a bit of a goal fest.
It looks like it, and we're getting to see a lot more passing, which is something we did not see in the Maverick matchup. That was very much, I can beat you one-on-one, and that's how I score this one. 2 passes lead to 2 goals already, 1 for each team. We are tied barely 30 seconds into game 1 here, 1-1. Now, a little bit of background for these guys on these teams. You do have 2 Admirals players, of course, on the side of this 4 Smurfs. They have been consistently the most dominant team in independent. You think that gives them the edge in this matchup?
I think it does give them a little bit of an advantage, having played with each other quite a bit. Replays and Vulcan both in the top 5 in points this season. Vulcan leading the way with a 1.32 goals per game, and Replay is very close there, but they're not showing it just yet, as Donda is better than CLB. Gets a second goal here, and they go up 2-1.
Yeah, and it's a good shot. Unfortunate touch from Replays there to own a goal, but you got to get goals one way or the other, even if they're on your own net. True. This looks like a good one, but background of both teams, I mean, on the other side, right, for this Donda team, you have Raid coming off of a very good Beavers team, a team who had struggled in the back half of the season, but he started to come back and looks playoff ready. You've got Muskrat coming through, of notable fame himself, though he had some struggles this season. We had thought he'd do a little bit better for his team, but he started to find success for this Galaxy team to lead their division. And on the other end, you've got Copex not here tonight from the Sockeyes. Kosh, though, from the Grizzlies out here, and an incredible double touch here from Replays.
Yeah, that's a great little play for Replays. All up in the chat talking about how he's a twos main. Getting those double taps to go in, and I mean, hey, 2's main, 2-2 on the scoreboard. I guess that works, and they'll take that tying goal here in a minute and a half in. We've already got 4 goals, and that goal fest really coming out to play here.
It is indeed 3 minutes left, roughly, in this game 1 here. Anybody's game, as we are tied, as you said, 2-2. And when you talk about these guys, though, a lot of the players that you're going to see right now on this field are going to play huge dividends in one of the closest races we have here in the RLPC for playoff contention. And what I mean by that is this steel division of independent, right? You've got a 3-way tie for first, 11-5 across the board for Galaxy, Grizzlies, and Centurions. Galaxy Muskrat, Grizzlies Kosh, Centurions Bard. So 2 of them on one side, 1 on the other, as Kosh here will sink this one of Grizzlies fame. I mean, what do you expect from that? Have you ever seen that here in the RLPC? That 3-way tie for first, getting ready in the last week of playoff contention.
No, I've never seen that before. That's just absolute insanity. And it's kind of sad to think that one of them is going to end up missing out on playoffs, and probably by going 12-6 or 11-7. which is such a good record. I've made playoffs on teams before that have gone 8-10, and it's just unfortunate that so many good teams happen to be in the same division. I think that's like kind of what we predicted at the beginning of the season, that there was going to be a lot of really good teams. I mean, the worst team in that Steel division is the Yellow Jackets, and they're only 8-8. Like, that's not bad. But yeah, that's just an absolutely stacked conference right there. And yeah, it's sad to see that one of them is going to end up missing out, but it's really anybody's game right now.
Yes,
Vulcan, where did you come from?
He came across the world and back, widely considered to be probably the best player in in Independent is Vulcan, showing some of his prowess there. You're getting to see the MVPs of all those teams we talk about. You know, rest in peace, Yellow Jackets homies. They were so close. They just couldn't quite get it done in the back half of the season. But, you know, I mean, it's anybody's ball game in that, and you're getting to see some of the MVP caliber from each of those teams in this one to see why they're so close. But the Admirals, right? They get a little sneak preview now of the best from those teams, who they're eventually going to have to play as they are in the same conference. And Muskrat here will make this a 2-goal lead, the largest lead of the night for Donda.
Yeah, that's a good little deke through right there. Replay's voting himself as the #1 trash can on the field right now. But Muskrat finds his way through and is able to tuck that one in. Ray going for the ceiling shot, almost hits it with a little bit of muscle at the end on the 50. Not quite enough on that shot to put him up by 3, but they do have that 2-goal lead to work with right now.
And Ray demos Bard to make sure there's no shot from Bard coming through. But Vulcan tries to get the double. That was incredible. It does fake it, and Bard just tries to clean it up. It will come back to him like it was magnetized. And he gets there eventually to pull this Smurfs team back within 1.
Yeah, there's one back. There's one back. 67 seconds on that clock. Definitely possible to come back in this game, but we'll see if they can hold on. Obviously, still a goal fest, and I would not be surprised if we saw 3 more in this game, but or at least 2 more in this game in the last minute with the way things are going. So we'll see if these teams can figure it out in regulation, or if we'll go to OT in game 1 again, just like the Mav.
Yeah, Mav, obviously an incredible 7-game series, went the distance. Every game was close, and we're already seeing the beginning of close series in this independent matchup. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best-of-7 independent all-star weekend. We're getting to see some of the best from each of our leagues and what they have to offer. Still, though, found up 1, but it is there from Kosh, means that we are tied, as you said. 30 seconds left. Anyone's ball game here in game 1.
Kosh pulling a little wee on that ball, going right by it, and leaves the net wide open for replays. And he's like, "Hey, that's nice." He's Coach just wishing that never happened. Yeah, we didn't see nothing. We did. It's okay. Don't worry. You didn't go wee past the ball just then. We're good.
Pulling a soy there.
Pull it back out.
Sheesh. He's interrupted you after the casting. And a double miss there from the 4. Smurfs goes the other way. Raid will sink this one. I was going to make a joke on Kosh and say, what else can you expect from someone drafted by Skirky himself? But it happens on the other end. And once again, the 1-goal lead. Still, though, 19 seconds, the way these goals are falling, I could see the Smurfs coming back and winning it.
Yeah, I told you 2 more goals in this game was my prediction in the last minute, and they come in about the span of 10 seconds. So it shows what I know. But, oh, well, there's, yep, okay. Yeah,
Jesus.
So yeah, I said 67 seconds, right? Now there's 7 seconds on the clock, so exactly a minute, we've got 3 goals. So yeah, that happened. Lots of wee action just then, and we'll see if they can like chill things out here and play a little bit better defense, because good defense on one end allows you to get the clips on the other end. So you gotta learn a little bit of that here, a little bit of patience. We'll see if Kosh can make anything of this final possession, or if we're gonna go to overtime and have 11 goals here in this first game.
Well, we will go to OT. Both teams, it's 5-5 right now. 10 goals scored. Both teams forgot. And until Cubic starts singing, this match isn't over. Now, there was a prediction from Smurfberry in chat.
I'm not singing anytime soon.
I'm not sure you got the fat lady singing joke, but either way. The prediction was that Bard scores the winning goal. You think he's got it in him? Are we going to keep watching to see?
We shall keep watching. Shall he score it? I don't know. I think I was gonna say.
Oh, what a save,
Donda was
though.
gonna take it, although that was a fantastic save from Bard. Maybe on the other end, we'll see if he can come back and get the winning goal on the offensive side of things after that beautiful save, keeping that this game playing.
Oh my God, Smurfberry!
That's a great
Smurfberry
pass.
lets him down. He
Bard.
said, "Smurfberry, heck you and your prediction." Raid was like, "Here, I'll do it for the fans," and Bard was like, "Not this way, not that way."
And then the double, it almost went in from Bard again.
Oh my God!
Smurf, if they're gonna score, it's gonna be from Bard. I'll tell you that.
And Vulcan does it. Vulcan says,
mind.
"Nope, we gave him too many opportunities." Smurf.
I'm sorry, Smurf.
Bard lets you down more than when he didn't get you on his team. And Vulcan, though, will find the goal for the 4 Smurfs, who take the series lead 1-0.
And yeah, that's going to be a good win to pull out there, especially with the comeback from the Donda team at the end of that one. And then they ended up giving it up again because, you know, that's how it works. But yeah, 11 goals in this one. Absolute goal fest. 12 shots apiece for these two teams as well. Absolute chaos down on the floor. Kosh and Replays with a hat trick each. It's been just crazy in this first game, but a lot of great action all over the field.
A lot of great action indeed. I see Waff in chat. He's like, we get the people what we want. The people wanted Bard, and Bard did not deliver to the people. What do you mean, Waff Master? Vulcan had to do it. He had to come through and carry the boys. But either way, the Smurfs still pull the dub out. An 11-goal affair here in game 1. You're right. You got to find some defense, but already electric on the offense are both teams. So now it's a best of 7. Still tons of Rocket League left to play. I could see the Donda winning the next one. And much the same as we saw in the Maverick, go all the way.
We'll see. We'll see if they can do it. They won it in overtime after making it's same story, really. They made the comeback and then got scored on really late off a stupid mistake and then lost in OT. And that was the setup for the Tides win at the end of the series in 7. So we'll see if that happens here again with 4 Smurfs.
Opportunity now, Muskrat v. Waff. But Waff cleanly wins this. Obviously, Replay subbing out this game for Waff. And Bard will finally find the goal we needed from him off that beautiful kickoff from Waff. Already making his name known. And there's 4 Smurfs up by 1.
Gosh,
4 Smurfs, 4 seconds. Can't believe I didn't notice.
He noticed the thing. Nice. And Kosh doing a nice little drift around the ball. It's just like, hey, bye. And that one's in the net. And yeah, first goal here for 4 Smurfs, and that's going to be the best way that they could possibly start this game, especially in 4 seconds, like you said.
Well, still plenty of time for them to get back into this, and the miss from Vulcan could be the opening they needed. Raid is up. Muskrat opts not to go up after him. And Vulcan will make this save, but Kosh on the water. Is it Kosh? Is it kosher? I thought it was Kosh for kosher, but I don't know. Either way, that's a great pass from him. And Muskrat buries it and ties us up once again. These teams, I mean, defense might not be their forte, but they sure do love the back of the net.
Yeah, really. No kidding. That's another quick goal here. 34 seconds in. And it's about the same kind of stat line in terms of goals that we saw in the last game. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another 11, to be quite honest. These guys going for all the glory here. Musk with an opportunity to get by. He's 50 to midfield, though. And yeah, I'm waiting to see some more clips, some more nice solo play, some double taps. Musk looking for one there, not going to find it. Triple passing play. And that's not going to find its way through, sadly. Oh, shit.
You talking about clips? Almost was your boy Raid coming through, but he couldn't quite connect to Kosh. And big sad Pepe, what could have been? But now the save has to come through from Raid. You know, I want to ask you, you're seeing it some now in these games, right? Vulcan and Replays, what they were known for in this Admirals team, how, yeah, at times you can see that one-on-one individual skill, what's made them dangerous, but they also just play some of the most solid Rocket League we've got here in Independent. And, you know, even though you're seeing some of these guys on the field now, Kosh, Muskrat, you know, Bard, presumably you're going to have to play these guys in playoffs. Do you think that, you know, being forged in that fire of, are we going to make playoffs, taking us down to the wire, really good teams they're having to play against all the time, will help them take it to a team like the Admirals, or are the Admirals just too good in their one-on-one situation?
I think that's tough. I think the Admirals, obviously, they're one of the best teams in the league by far. And I think there are a select few teams that really have the ability to come out and beat them on a good day. And I think this kind of play between the two of them could be an interesting little look at just how good their chemistry is. And we'll see if teams can actually use that come playoff time. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out and how it plays out in terms of the final week of the regular season here coming up.
Easy. Now the Smurfs taking it out of their own corner. Waff trying to beat Raid. He actually will end up getting the flick over him. And all three defenders from Donda have to commit to that. Now Kosh mistouch center. Bard is there to bury it. And finally he can find the open net. And Bard will score both goals this game and take this team up yet again by 1.
That's a very well played shot as well. Post and in. And that's going to put them back up on top. We'll see if they can take that 2-0 series lead as well. That could be big for them after throwing away some of it early. And that's also, can I mention, that nobody had scored in like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. New record. Good defense, guys, for once. And we'll see if they can get some more goals back on the board. Right, not able to get a connection on that one, as that one's going to go just wide. Sorry, that was Musk missing that shot. But, oh, an unfortunate opportunity there gone to waste for Donda to tie this thing up. And they got about 2 minutes left. It's still very possible. But they're going to need a nice little break here, which they could get off this opportunity.
Yeah, but no boost. Raid unfortunately can't catch up to it, and Vulcan's able to get back. You saw yet another spicy shot from Bard, definitely coming alive in this game. Getting involved, almost a good 50 from Kush. Actually, never mind. It's a great 50 question mark. And one of the best own goals of the night so far. Waff knows how to please the people. Comes off his own back wall with a shot I don't think he could make if he tried. And own goals to tie us up.
That was absolutely beautiful. What placement from Waffmaster to put it directly into the back of his own net. Oh,
no.
Not going to connect. That could have been a lead there. This rotation not looking too good either. Almost giving up that third goal. Now this becomes a little bit dangerous if you're Smurfs. Obviously they're having fun. Own goal is well, unfortunate, but hey. We'll see if they can come back and win this game, but they do have to score it again at some point. But the ball remaining in that orange half for, I think, a little bit too much of this game. Kosh doing everything he can to mess with the goaltender, and it's not enough to really find an open lane in that
never came forward. I was a little lost on what was happening, but I know that Waff is doing what he's known for and looking for these demos, finds another on Muskrat. He is just going hog wild, and I can already start to feel the tilt come out from this Donda team.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how well they take Waff's extermination a game. I believe there's another one. By just the numbers, I think he might already have an extermination in this game. Replays has said so in chat. So we'll see if he's correct on that, but a lot of demos coming out here. All three of them up for that ball. This could be bad on
Quiet in formation. Quiet in formation, but we will go to OT. Raid just puts this one down. Anybody's game, though. It felt like a lot of the momentum was on the side of the four Smurfs, so really good sign of relief if you are this Donda team, and now they will take it off the kickoff, but Kosh, accidental backflip, eliminates that offense. Muskrat has to go across, get it there. Muskrat, a name that we have not seen a ton this season, who we thought we'd get to see more of. Now, he has turned around this Galaxy team, but flew under the radar in a lot of ways. We were a little disappointed with the early performance from this Galaxy team. He ends up coming through, helping carry these boys to the potential that we thought in preseason. I mean, what's your take on him and his evolution throughout the season?
I think it's been a very interesting story to follow. Obviously, we know he has so much individual talent, and it was really a question of whether he can actually be the leader of that team and really use his solo dribble-heavy play style to his advantage with his teammates. And he seemed to have made that work well enough this season and had a pretty good one here come to the end of it. But like you said, a little bit disappointing at the start, and yeah, maybe a little bit disappointing in this game. I would have liked to see a clip or two from him by now, but no such thing yet. So we'll see how he progresses in this All-Star game, but his season progression has only really gone up.
It has, though. The quality of this game has gone up as well, though. Vulcan, he had a beautiful double while you were talking, just couldn't sink it, and now Muskrat going the other way. Donda looking to even this series up. Still the ball floating high, Bard unable to connect to that one. Coach will turn back in for it. Another miss comes through, and Vulcan has to make the save once again. Something he has done time and time again for the Admirals. You notice part of the reason many people say he's the best is because of his just solidity in net. He's always there if he needs to be, never over aggressive. Now a good fake from Bard, and Coach. Hello? What is that?
That's called karma, my friend. That is called karma. Right there. They had it coming. At some point. It didn't have to be in this game. It was going to be at some point during the series. But it had to be in the second overtime. You know, it had to. See, you know, it happens. It happens.
I knew Bard paid people in order to get his stream up and to get some dubs for the Centurions.
It's like, hey, I'll slide you a 5 if I can get a hat trick.
Yeah, he paid to put on stream last season. I know it was all behind the scenes and he was holding out on me, but man, this is a new low. Paying to have somebody own goal for you in the All-Star game so that you finally get the goal winner when you yourself have missed 17 million times. I mean, God, Bard, just come on now. Definitely a little mistouch there from Coach. What was otherwise a good game for him, you know, takes it. So we're up 2-0 in the series for the four Smurfs. And a rough one, I think. So now if you're Donda, how do you get back into this one? You're obviously, you can't, well, actually, you could sub here, but you aren't going to. They don't have any of their subs here tonight. How do you get over that mental shock there? Because although it might not be the most serious of games, that's still a rough one.
Yeah, that's tough. There's going to be something. I think they got it in them to really come back. I think it's going to be a lot about not having Kosh not go wee and shoot it into his own net. I think that's going to be a lot of how they change things just as a team, really. And also I have to point out, as people are saying in chat, and as was said in game chat, 19 demos for Waffmaster in that last game.
Rookie
that I
numbers.
think is the
Absolute
largest number of demos
numbers.
I've ever seen.
Absolute rookie numbers, okay? Introduce that man to some of the people in AAA, like P-Shooter, okay? God. Man never leaves your half. Always kissing your booty, but a great shot from Raid to get this Donda team back into it after the disappointing loss of last game. Needing to find some dubs. A good pass from Muskrat. Better shot right over Replay's head. We do see Bard sub out this game for Replays. And yeah, Waff, I mean, you know, there's the argument that 19 demos, that means he's never on the right positioning, so they should have something going on, but really getting demos at the right time. And something he is known for on his actual team, so definitely something that could frustrate you if you're his opponent.
Yeah, no kidding, especially when you're getting demoed at a rate of about 4 times a minute as Kosh puts one in, gets the 2-goal lead here. And again, another 2 goals within the first 30-something seconds for the 3rd straight game in a row. We'll see if the scoring pace continues. Last game it didn't. Game 1 it did. And to be fair, I'd like to see a whole bunch of scoring. You know, that would be fun.
Like game 1 all over again, 11 goals to end it.
Yes,
but we'll see here. As obviously, like I said, up 2-0 in the series are the four Smurfs. This is a best of 7, ladies and gentlemen, here in the All-Star weekend of RLPC independent matchups. If you guys want to know the ranks and you are new here, type !ranks and you will see what we mean by independent. Raid off his own back wall, trying to get something going. Muskrat will get a little faked here. Nobody opts to go for the ball, so Muskrat is able to get back to it indeed. Vulcan, though, ends up going. Kosh off his own side wall will miss, and Raid takes advantage, taking it upfield. Donda want to expand this lead because, as they saw at any moment, Waff could go absolutely insane and demo them all, and 17 goals will be scored. A great fake from Kosh there, but a demo from Waff means that is less dangerous than it should have been. Still, though, Kosh able to get this one out. Looking for a teammate in center, but Waff is up. Takes it downfield. Vulcan getting in on the action. Seems like Waff has got his whole team ready for some of these demos. We might be in for a little bit of a salty affair.
Salty for sure. We'll see if these two teams continue to go at each other in terms of exploding each other's cars. Oh, this one is open.
This is the other side of that coin, though. If Waff is just going to leave his position on a demo, it leaves this back end open. Vulcan, the last back replays, can't find any boost to rotate into third man, and Waff has just said, sayonara, it's demo or bust. And 3-0 now the scoreline for Donda.
Yeah, that's a very good way to start this game and really get some footing back under you if you are Donda here. And I like to see the way that they're playing. They've made some good plays, but also taken advantage of a lot of the mistakes that have been made from Smurfs in this game. And I think that's exactly how they need to play. A little bit greasy. It could be a little bit not appealing to the eye, but hey, when you're scoring goals in an all-star game, that's what counts.
Indeed. Looking to score another one here. Get back into this game is this four Smurfs team, but unable to find the goal. Still, I like the patience that we're seeing from them now, playing the midfield right, just sort of letting them try to clear it to them. Waff will go for demo, so does Vulcan, but it again leaves the net open. Muskrat will beat Waff, and Coach should have this one to make it 4-0 with 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Waff here not able to get a touch on that ball. Saying hello and goodbye immediately on that play. Not able to get in there as well. And yeah, that's going to be another goal the way of Donda. And if you are Smurfs in this scenario, I think you got to get one back to get a little bit of confidence under you going back into this next game. I mean, like we've seen a lot.
Somebody call the police because the score is a big 5-0.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
That's another very good goal. And that's Coach's hat-trick as well in this game. Fun fact. Great play from this whole team. Really, they've looked better, but I think you can also tell that Smurfs are demo chasing a little bit. They want to get those numbers up so that we remark on them on broadcast. Oh boy, another replay's little mistake there. Waffmaster trying to get back with a goal of his own. Not quite going to find a good 50. Muskrat, nice little pass to the opponent on that occasion. Not quite going to go in the bump. Could not quite come through some replays either. That was very close. But at this point, I think this game is pretty much over. But if Smurfs are really going to get back into this series the way they want to, I think I'd like to see one more goal from them here in this occasion, and that's going to be 6-0.
That's a good pass that comes through from Coach to Raid, who buries it on the open net. You're right. I think, honestly, the problem is #blame_Bard, right? He subs out, tells his boys, I want a clean game. Clearly wants them to go for the demos, and then they lose. Okay, that's the problem. That's the mistakes here. And, you know, the interesting thing about this is I know everybody's having fun with it, but when you're a team like Donda, who is constantly getting demo chased, to the point where a team can, you know, throws because they're demo chasing, you start to get a little irritated, so you'll start to try a little more. So I do think we're going to see the quality of this game maybe go up as both teams get a little more serious.
Yeah, well, woo! Replays. Little touch at the end there. Going to send it by. I want to take another look at this one on the replay. Tosses it up. Oh, the slightest little tap pass Raid there, too. Oh, the direction change. Beautiful on that one. And there's the goal that I was talking about. Sadly, it is at 68 seconds left in the game. But, yeah, that definitely is something that this team needed to get a little bit more confidence back in their game. Well, there's the Brazil.
Brazil! Yeah, easy as can be. They think nothing but of family in the Brazil and Fast and Furious 5. I mean, you know, it's, yeah, they just basically demo chased. Replay shot was good, though nobody challenged. Yet again, they gave him the open field, and he took advantage. So definitely something you're going to want to see as these teams battle it out, right? Make sure you challenge those in midair. Don't allow him the opportunity to just free farm it. But 7-1, not quite the scoreline we expected coming to this one. Donda will get a match back and take the score of the series to be 2-1, still in the favor of the four Smurfs. And do you continue this demo chase play style if you're them?
I think it was a little bit of an experiment just to see how high they could rack those numbers up, see if they can beat 19 as a team. Ray going for the freestyle in mid. The pass not going to come through, and Musk going to have to make the save. And he gets another touch too. That's pretty good. Raid just does some acrobatics there, not going for the ball, just wants to look pretty. And there's the demo. Vulcan going to try and get around. Is it going to be 7-2? No, great save. One more chance popped up. This one is in. If it's not safe, Raid still keeps it out for the Brazil. It hits the ground. And we got a Brazil in game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
We do indeed, and a great turnaround if you're this Donda club. But now the Smurfs, how do you respond? How do you come out here? Do you put Waff back in his cage? He's gone feral. Do you stop all this demo chasing? You know, what do you do? Do you still have fun with it? Because you have a game theoretically just to toss if you needed to, because you are still up 2-1. How do they respond? What do they want to do? What do they want to show when they come out here? You know, it's going to be interesting to see, right? I mean, obviously having fun with it are all these guys, but at the same time, I think Donda, if that starts to happen to them again, they'll just continue to 7-1 farm this team. And at the end of the day, it's only so much fun to get beat that way. But a much better performance from Muskrat this game. You know, we talked about him in terms of the preseason and what we had thought, and of course, Galaxy struggles until to become the Titan that they are now. I really liked what I saw from him, and you can definitely tell why he is a Galaxy team's all-star.
Yeah, he with 5 assists. That's crazy numbers to put up, even in what ended up being a throwaway game for them. But it's a great play all around from Muskrat. And also, come on, if you're gonna demo chase, you gotta at least get demos. They only got 9 as a team that game. Pick it up, Smurfs.
Yeah, if you're gonna chase them, you got to find them. But now Bard will sub in here for Vulcan, so we have Bard replays and Waffmaster on the field. Can they turn it around? Can Bard rein in his feral little protege, or will Bard cause yet another loss? We are about to find out.
Well, I mean, the only game the Bard hasn't played in is the one that they've lost. So I think that's a little bit of a good omen for him, even though they got Braziled. So we'll see.
You know, a little birdie told me once that Bard has like a 17th of Brazil in him, and that's Brazilian ancestry, and that's why he allowed that Brazil to happen, to represent his hometown. Little known fact for all you people out on the stream today. It was in the Guinness Book of World Facts. But as we continue to see back and forth. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Bard is a man of many and few talents.
That's going to go off the bar.
Oh, and not quite able to find it, though. Was Muskrat still a good opportunity? And we already see that aggression from Donda just daring here. Like, Waff, come on, come back for the demos again. I've got that red Matador cape out. I'm ready to go. If you give us the open nets, we will make it 8-0 and 9-0, and we'll go all the way.
We shall see. I mean, we'll see what this team can do. I think with Bard back in the mix, this Smurfs team is going to look a lot different. The only worrying thing to me is that the lineup that they ran in Game 3, if they continue to do a normal 4-man rotation, is also the lineup that they're going to run in Game 7 in theory. So that could be interesting. But we'll see if they run with that, or if they're gonna change up the rotation a little bit. Angles? Question mark?
That was a beautiful goal. Muskrat sees Raid in the corner and just dribbles it into his face, and Raid's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Perfectly placed. Raid pops it in. A beautiful play coming through from Donna. Not really a savable one from the 4 Smurfs. We're starting to see some of that all-star prowess come out now. Looking at the second one here. A great kickoff. Goes the way of Donda, but a better save from replays. Goes back up for this one, but Waff is up. You can tell, though, they're not hunting as many of those demos on the side of the 4 Smurfs. So, you know, it's still going the way of the Donda, and that is really encouraging.
Yeah, I think they found a little bit more actual stability in their gameplay in this one, and have found kind of a bit of a new life after getting that huge win, and boosted their confidence a little bit, and have decided to not necessarily go for the clips, but go for the W overall, and I think that's very good to see from them.
Is indeed almost a great pass from Muskrat as Raid. Not quite able to get to this one. Bard chasing a demo himself. He has been infected by Waff. It is a virus. It is a cancer. They can't get rid of this demo playstyle. But the first demo of this game actually does come through, but for Raid on the other end. So getting aggressive themselves a little bit. Raid with a second demo here. Looking reminiscent of WAF.
It's
you talked
infectious.
about, it is indeed. And you talked about, if you pull a sub for Game 7 like they've been doing, see, the problem is it's beyond just the demos. It is, you need your certified sweatmaster Bard out there as replays will score. Bard once told me every time he was on stream, he had 4 towels on his chair draped behind him for the amount of sweat he had when he was on the stream. But his team will pull him within 1. Bard, not quite involved in this play yet. But we will see. Can he get involved? Can he take this 4 Smurfs to a 3rd victory and be on match point?
That would be huge here, especially with that tie-up. I think this game has now just become a lot closer, even though the momentum might still be with Donda. As you mentioned, they've really found a new footing and have been playing a lot better overall. Musk going for a little dribble play, runs out of boost halfway through, though. Even though they do have more shots and have had more pressure consistently, I think the little spark that the Smurfs get from that goal might be what they need to come out and take this game and have 3 shots at winning the whole thing. So we'll see if they can come back and get another one here for this team. But they've got some momentum, and they got to use it while they still have it.
They did. The Donut had a really good opportunity there to... Whoa, my game was freaking out because it spawned in on... Oh my God, we're back to the Kosh on goals, except this time it's WAF once again, spawns in off of a glitchy screen there, and it's just like, Kosh, let me help you out, brother. Let's do the 1-for-1. WAF now with 2 own goals in this series, more than he's actually scored for his team.
Yeah. I also don't know what Rocket League decided to do there. That was the
best screen tearing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looked like a combination of like ball placement and a bunch of people in one corner and a respawn. And
there was only one phrase that came to mind when we saw that, and it was what it feels like to chew 5 gum. But yet an open net the other way ties us back up. Doesn't matter. From WAF's own goal, Bard with a great pass. Notice his replays open. They will not go quietly into this good night. They put WAF back in the cage. Replays comes out for the squad.
Yeah. That's a nice little transition play to tie this thing back up. Kind of unfortunate for Donda, to be fair, but yeah, I love how the 5 gum play ends up with an own goal too. That's just perfect. And yeah, so that's somebody clip that. Somebody better clip that 5% gum play. How it feels to chew 5 gum.
No. Screen dies. G Fuel. But either.
We're still waiting on that sponsorship.
I know, right? We're gamers. Can't they tell? We're awkward enough. Open net on. Speaking of awkward, Muskrat says to space. Okay, throwing it higher than CJ Stroud Day in the Ohio game. And with the last 5 seconds, the demo comes through. They win it off the demo. WAF Masters demos win. Life is a lie. But with this, 4 seconds remain. If the Smurfs hold it, they will go up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series.
How does this happen?
How does this happen to me?
Very accurate.
The last segment.
I think it's an unfortunate play that I've seen this season while casting. You just ping it off the crossbar, they go the other way, and make a 3-goal comeback stick.
Well, Bard will both get that downfield and kill it to have the 4 Smurfs now win a 3-1 lead in this series on match point. It is time. Don't have to dig deep to find the W's to bring it back 3 consecutive wins in this best-of-7 and take the big dub. Do you think they got it in them? I know you're a little biased. Raid's on that team, but if he wasn't your GM, do they have it in them?
He's not only my GM, he's my boy. I've been playing Rocket League with him for over 3 years, I think.
That's why you're still mad. I mean, wait a minute. I didn't say that on stream.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah. He had to add his 2 cents, you know? Okay. All right. I see you.
Do you think they got it in them? Can they come back after that boom? Are we going to get to see it here?
It's gonna be interesting. I think there's gonna be a little bit of flustery gameplay, I think, at the start here, before they can really get their feet under them again. Obviously, a lot of it's all fun and games, but when something like that happens, to like complete a comeback to Gosh, not quite getting it there. Another demo trying to come out from WAF. Also, notably, Bard not in the lineup here. So this is the Brazil lineup that's being run here. And another threatening own goal from Muskrat there. That would have been unfortunate had that gone through. I'll see if they can make something happen here on the breakout.
Because WAF will back pass it here. Maybe getting a little nervous. You know, last time he tried to back pass it, he did all the way to his back on the edge. And now he don't care who he demos. He'll take out his teammates, his enemies, all of them. Knocks replays to the ceiling. But a save will come out there from Vulcan to keep his team tied 0-0.
Oh, not another demo to shut down that offensive play. But Raid there with a chance.
Oh,
he went for the second touch. Raid!
Man was already in his victory celebration, forgot to hit the ball. And we are
this is why we're stuck in Champ 1 Raid.
Forgets to win sometimes, and it is anybody's game. Now Raid looking to make up, pops it all the way downfield. Replays cannot get there. Raid met by Vulcan, though, consistently one of the best saves in this game. The pass is still there, and finally Muskrat with that pass. Kosh buries it, and Donda up 1.
Kosh also notably switching to Fennec for this game, trying to bring in a little bit of a different vibe. So he puts that one bar down. Seems to be working so far, and that's going to be the first goal. I think this is the first game of the series that I have not seen a goal in the first minute. So scoring slowing down a little bit. Obviously, we got 11 in that first game. Ever since then, it's been a little bit more mellow. But yeah, this is a much tighter game. I think at this point, the game and the series is on the line, so I think both teams are taking it a little bit more seriously. WAF trying to put that one through, almost finds a hole to tie this thing up.
Yeah, Raid gets it taken from him by WAF, but remains on that ball. Still can't win the 50. That was actually a double that comes out from Donda. A great 50 from Vulcan. He's got an open net, but he also can't find the angle. We remain up 1 for Donda. Now Raid pops it down to Muskrat, who can't quite catch up to it. WAF cuts this one in the midfield and takes it back downfield for the 4 Smurfs. Bakosh, full possession, gets it by replays, goes straight into Vulcan's waiting arms, pops it upfield for Muskrat. With that read in a great demo, opens things up, but WAF is able to get around Muskrat there. Now Raid has to pop this back in. Back and forth we go. A lot of ping-pong you play all of a sudden. You can tell both teams, like you said, feeling the pressure here, not comfortable playing around with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they also haven't been capitalizing on shots when they've gotten them. And that's been the detriment of this game. I think we've seen more shots that should have gone in be whiffed or hit the woodwork than go in by a vast margin. And yeah, it's like these teams are allergic to hitting open nets. It's like somebody needs to grab a nappy tip. Come on.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. It was a struggle in the Mav series. It's now a struggle in the Indy series. Will it be a struggle in the A series? Gotta stick around to find out. A great save comes through, but Raid will not be denied this time. Finds the bottom left corner, and the bump does come through from Muskrat as well. A great bump from him. And some of the cosmic karma, perhaps, we're starting to see, like you said, the roster that got Brazil is now down 2-0.
Yeah, they've only scored 1 goal against the 9 of the Donda team when this squad has been out on the floor, so a little bit unfortunate there. Muskrat! Still allergic to open nets. Koshin almost allergic to open nets, but he's able to get the rebound. Luckily, you could say, but he's able to hit it and makes up for the errors of this team. Oh.
You know, G-Phil, if you couldn't tell we were gamers enough to give us a sponsorship there, the amount of times we missed that open shot, you know what I'm saying? Not talking about video games because we're gamers. It should tell you we're gamers, okay? We never shoot the right shot. This time, however, Raid will find it, but it wasn't open, and that's why he scores it here. 4-0. Do we see a repeat Brazil? Cubics, do you think it's in the cards with 1:30 left?
I think we could see like a 5-0, 6-0 shutout. I don't think we're going to get all the way back up to a full 8 goals in a game. That's my big thing. Although we could. We've seen goal fests before. I wouldn't put it past these teams. And I think that'd be a huge confidence booster for Donda if they're able to get that as well. Raid coming through with the save there to keep that ball out. But, I mean, honestly, I think a 5-0 W is about as good as a Brazil after you already have one on the day against this squad.
Well, we have determined that this team should never play together in the regular season, as they have struggled mightily playing against the All-Stars of this Donda team. Vulcan now trying to get something for his team to take on the road here. We'll pop it high. Everybody missing except for Muskrat. Put this downfield and gets the bomb. Ball floating there, but Waff won't get back to it. Neither can Vulcan as he takes it downfield. Replays cuts his own teammate there to interesting back touch to Waff here. But Kosh able to find it, take it out. Ball now stuck in the midfield. Replays and Vulcan. Replays gives a little premature high five to Vulcan. Muskrat takes advantage and pops it downfield. Now replays off his own back wall, looking to get the double touch. Parks it in front of the net. Vulcan has to save him. Probably feels a lot like some of these Admirals gameplay. Vulcan always bailing his team out.
Right, a little casual replay shot there. But, yeah, another opportunity there. Almost another own goal, something we've seen all too much in this series. But, yeah, that one's going to hit the ground. A 4-0 win here for Donda. Brings it back to 3-2. And the shutout in this one, I think, is very encouraging for them to try and get this nearly reverse sweep coming down from 3-1. So we'll see if they can close it out here in these last couple of games. But I think it's going to be closer than we expect.
Yeah, I mean, going the distance once again is this series like the Mav series. One thing that could play into it was you saw there at the end, Kosh had more ping than points. A concern if his internet might be messing up. They don't have any subs for that Donda team. You're going to have to see, can they pull it through? Now, like you said, 3-2, but this 4 Smurfs, you feel like, again, this was sort of their game where they subbed in the roster that got Brazil. It looked mightily the same. WAF starts going for demos. They don't play well together. If they make another sub, do you think the 4 Smurfs can pull it out here? Pull in their hard carry Bard?
Oh, that's true. I don't know if they're going to be able to if they make that sub. We'll see. If they do, I think the Smurfs definitely have the upper edge. If they don't, I think Donda is still definitely going to have an edge in that spot. But it looks like Bard is going to come back onto the pitch.
Well, we're going to get to see, can he pull it through? Can he be the difference maker and go down in RLPC history? He's the best all-star to come out of this one. We're about to find out. 4 Smurfs still on match point, up 3-2 in the series over Donda, who are looking to take us to the second Game 7 of these all-star matchups. Waff already with the ball on back wall for the 4 Smurfs, but the 50 comes through and not able to get the Raid, though, with a miss. Leaves this dangerous. Kosh is there to help clean it up too. Raid pops a little too high for Kosh to play. And Waff Master will take it back downfield for the 4 Smurfs, but Muskrat in the midfield not to be outdone quite yet. Wants to keep this up. Wants Donda to go up early and take us all the way. Ball floats awkwardly for Raid, who has to just give possession away. Back to the 4 Smurfs. Back and forth we go. But Donda seemed to have the better advantage here. And off the hood of replays, who took it in front of his own net. Muskrat will score the first goal of this Game 6.
So the own goal territory right there. Again, replays was like that. I don't want to own goal. I'll hand it off to you. So the easy dunk comes in there for Muskrat and gets the first goal of this game. Donda getting 5 in a row right now and shut out for, I think, over 6 minutes at this point of gameplay. So we'll see if they can make it work.
Yeah, moving back downfield is Donda trying to get a pass. Great doink there from Muskrat, looking for a teammate. Beats 2. The ball's just open, and Raid finds that one, and up 2-0 very quickly. Our team Donda a minute into Game 6, looking to take us the distance.
Yeah, that a nice play by Musk to get it by the defense, and that a beautiful little play. Sadly, it didn't go in off the first attempt, but Raid there to clean things up and make sure it goes in. And Donda with the good lead here, 2-0, a minute in, and a lot of goals coming in that first minute in this series, and 2 more added to that tally here.
Yeah, looking very likely that we go to a second Game 7. I don't know, my voice can handle the third cast of the night, but We'll see. Don to have in him as replays will air carry it past Raid there, but Muskrat reads it beautifully. Ball now floating, ownerless in the middle, and Waff takes advantage. Waff trying to get it downfield for Smurf's team, not able to get it there yet, and replay shot will go wide and is saved regardless by Muskrat. He's been all over the field, looking to make another one there. He's gotten really aggressive, we noticed. After that demo performance from Waff, Muskrat in particular has gotten aggressive against this team and has worked wonders.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue that type of play to make sure that they can come back here. But down 2-0 right now for the Smurfs. I think that for them, it's going to be the offense going to come back in. They don't have a shot yet this game, and that's not like this team and the way that they've played so far, especially with Bard in the lineup. That offense has been pretty consistently getting at least 1-2 goals on the board, usually multiple. And without a shot yet, that's not a position you want to see them in. And I think they're going to need to start getting that offense going if they're going to get both back. And they're going to get one within probably the next minute and a half if they're going to even have a shot.
Indeed, and I see you, Jimmy, in chat. Oh, okay, well, there we go, Coach, with another open net whiff. I see you in chat, Jimmy. Listen, I'm too old. I don't follow Kanye, don't like him, don't know the name. Maybe it's Don, whatever. We'll find out. Muskrat, however, buries this one. And, you know, we had said, okay, it was a fluke. It was the roster for the 7-1. But this is the second straight game in which the Donda have just dumpstered the four Smurfs on the back end, holding them scoreless now 3-0 in Game 6.
Yeah, they've been dominant so far on the offense. And it's not even look close for Smurfs. They lost a lot of that mojo that they had in Game 5 after going up 3-1. They lose 1 in Game 5, and now it looks like they're going to lose 6 as well, as we could very well go to 7. And what a comeback that would be for Donda as well to get that 3 games in a row, almost reverse sweep, not quite. Add a Brazil in there, and what a day it would end up being for them.
Indeed. I mean, you know, you would expect it. If they can take this to 7, Donda should win. You would expect them to win. Now, that is not the way that it ended up working out for the Wildside squad, but it feels like all the momentum right now on the Donda side. Ball also floating above this four Smurfs goal. A mistouch from Waff. Muskrat with the Bard fake, but replays is there to make it a not as memorable moment. A miss from Bard, however, leaves this one ownerless, and Ray takes advantage. Coach doubles with this, and Waff ends up getting the demo. So still dangerous, but the pinch does not go his way. And a bump does go the way of Coach. An accidental bump leads to another goal. 4-0 for Donda here. Looking like the Game 7.
A bump into another bump there for Coach, and somehow that goes in. I had to watch that replay before my mind was able to process what just happened. As Donda are looking to take their second 4-0 game in a row and go over 10 minutes of gameplay without Smurfs scoring here, which would be huge as well, because they've been, I think, the better consistently offensive team throughout the first 4 games, and to shut them out 2 games in a row, going into a final Game 7, things looking up for them.
Looking up indeed. I mean, time is basically over. There's not really enough time for the four Smurfs to get back into this one, but looking to get a goal for the road and break the curse of the non-goal. Almost 10 minutes of Rocket League get passed. Without this four Smurfs team having a single goal to their name, it looks like that is going to continue to grow. And still some aggression here. Replays trying to get the shot on. But Raid, once again, with a great save, keeping that one out. And you can tell some of the frustration is probably mounting for the four Smurfs, because as much as you don't try or whatever in these All-Star games, the end result does matter. And if you lose, you certainly will feel it. So they're going to have to figure out something, these four Smurfs, maybe change up their roster one last time. But Donda will take us the distance. To a Game 7 we go yet again.
Yeah, a second series in a row going to a Game 7, and whew, this is gonna be a fun one, I'll tell you that. Both these teams, I think, have a passion, will to win this next game, and it's going to come down to the wire. You're going to see the best Rocket League I think we've seen on stream tonight in this final game, and hopefully it can be a close one, as these last 2 games have very much not been.
No, it's been the Muskrat show, it feels like, especially this game. Obviously, 623 points, 3 goals on 6 shots. Nobody on the Smurfs has stepped up. I think they need Vulcan. And honestly, if I'm this team, I go back to the tried and true basic that we saw the first 2 games that worked well. Bard, Vulcan, replays. That's what I want to see on this field. I think it would be the best for the 4 Smurfs if they really want to take this dub.
There it is, too. Just
They
as
will
you
opt to
said,
go that
called
way.
it.
So they'll opt to go that way. Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, like it was written into the script here of the independent all-star matchup here at the RLPC. Ball already going the way of the 4 Smurfs. Bard popping this downfield. Muskrat has to make an awkward touch. Replays, however, will whiff. Vulcan trying to read this one. Opts not to go. Muskrat tries to beat him, but a great shadow play there from Vulcan to keep us scoreless.
Ray having to try and take that 50. He's going to be the last man back. Is going to get back into rotation, though, on that play and defuse what could have been a very dangerous transition opportunity. And I think for both these teams, they got to be thinking about where their touches are going. You can't just bang the ball down and then go, okay, what's next? You have to be thinking about what's next before you touch that ball. Play with the space that you get, and I think that's where the team who wins this game is going to find their success.
Almost some success there as Bard gets a good pass, but nobody's there once again to clean it up. You can tell some tension in the air for this 4 Smurfs team, but Vulcan will try to get rid of some of that. A great demo to buy some time for his team to rotate and get back into position, but Raid wins yet another 50. Vulcan has to take it off his own back while having to be everywhere for this squad right now to keep them in the series. A great pass comes through from Coach. Raid, though, gets 50 by Bard. Now the ball going downfield, replays with the banger. Opportunity here for the 4 Smurfs to shoot it, but Vulcan pops it way too high. Muskrat takes advantage. Bard is there. Quick cuts. I like the speed that we're seeing, the difference, the change in momentum from this 4 Smurfs team. But again, we see them just piece out to their back 100s, and now ball dangerous the other way. Donda looking to get their first goal. Can't find it in replays. We pop this one out. Raid uses this 50 to replays. The Muskrat has to pop to his own corner where Raid yet again is waiting, looking to get all these passes himself. Will get it out to Bard. Can't get the shot on. Neither can Vulcan. Bard, however, will get the second touch. Raid finally gets this clear, and back and forth we go. Both teams have had opportunities. Neither able to find them yet.
Only one shot coming in this game, but it seems like the possession has favored the Smurfs so far. They didn't have that in the last couple of games. They didn't have the offensive prowess. They didn't have the offensive pressure that they've gotten in this game, and I think they need to utilize that a little bit more. They haven't gotten a shot out of it yet. And that ball has been in that blue end for nearly a minute and a half at this point. This one going to fall all the way through the defense. Oh, boy, that an unfortunate play there. Muskrat out of boost, just tries to connect. Can't quite do it.
And nobody rotates back post, so he gets beat. Like you said, no boost, can't get to the ball. And finally, after like 13 minutes of scoreless Rocket League, the 4 Smurfs are able to find one here. Can they find another to try to secure this dub, or will Donda come back? A great pass from replays trying to find that second, but Bard was a little too far forward. Now Coach pops this one out, moving it upfield. There's only one person to beat, but replays is just an iron wall. And back to the end of Donda do we go. Raid, however, will fake replays. No boost, though, makes this awkward for him, and Bard will take advantage. Ball floats out to replays. Smurfs, now they feel it. They feel the change in the air. They're getting more aggressive. They feel more confident with this roster out there. Muskrat will pop this downfield to try to get something going for Donda, but they're just an iron wall, like I said, in that midfield. Just you can't get anything by them, and playing much more solid Rocket League than the 4 Smurfs.
That's for sure. Their possession game and being able to hold that ball in the blue end has just been absolutely suffocating. Not something that this Donda team has had to deal with in the last couple of games. They're finding themselves having to do it here. Bard with the backflip.
Well, it wouldn't go any other way than the own goal. I do apologize if there was any technical difficulties in chat. I see maybe we had some lag on our end, but we're not lagging to each other, so I'm not sure what that would have been. Maybe it was Twitch side. Either way, we couldn't have gone without an own goal. The way this series has gone with the own goals and the misses, you had to have at least one here in the Game 7. Exactly like the script showed it up. And now some signs of life back for Donda. It's just anyone's game, and I can't figure out who had so much momentum on the side of the 4 Smurfs. Weren't able to get it done, and the own goal from Bard would almost be poetic to end it.
Well, yeah, that really would be very poetic to end it. The man that everybody in stream is talking about, and if he was the cause of the loss here, or the cause of the win condition here for this Smurfs team, that would be absolutely huge. He's got an opportunity to do it here. Looks for the shot. This one goes over, but he is double teamed.
Missed touch from Vulcan, the solid miss. Kosh, opportunity, and he will sink it. Vulcan has been consistent all game long, but makes one mistake and gets punished here.
Oh, that is a great pass to the wrong team from Vulcan. And that could very well cost them this game. 4 Smurfs were in a position to hold on. But 1 goal in the last 3 games where they currently sit is not going to be enough. The 10 from Donda just too strong here. And that might be all she wrote in. Yeah, replays. He's got something to say.
Vulcan replays like, all right, you want to see peak Admirals? I'll show you peak Admirals. A great 50, a better shot. Just roasts the 2 defenders, and we have a ball game.
We do indeed have a ball game. This game also going to come down to possibly 1 last goal here to decide this game. I said it in the last one. The next goal is going to be the winner. I stand by that in this game 7 as well. And with 15 seconds on the clock, we could see another game 7 overtime. 2 in a row here. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the opportunity here for Muskrat to not let that happen. He gets it up to Raid, who pops it back down to Muskrat, but Muskrat can't find the back of the net. Symbolic of the offense of Donda most of this game. And we go to OT again.
Of course, we end up in OT again. Muskrat able to be there off the kickoff to make sure it doesn't go in. Raid with the shot. This one's up. Replays is there. Another opportunity going to fall here. Muskrat 50s this one center. Bard is going to be there and sends this one out, looking for a way past Raid here. The bump going to come through though. Yeah, good plays from Raid to buy some time and keep that ball out of harm's way for now. That could have been much more dangerous if it was on net from Vulcan. But still at a deadlock 40 seconds into this OT.
Oh, Mr. Great shot comes through, but Vulcan's clear. This could be the opportunity this Smurfs team needed. Moving it downfield, replays his pinch, just a little too much sauce on that one, so Muskrat will take advantage off his own back wall. But Bart with the 50, goes center, opportunity, this could be a good shot. Raid not able to connect, but neither was the offensive man in Vulcan for this 4 Smurfs team. We remain scoreless, back and forth we go. The longer it sits on one end, the more it feels like it goes for that team, but then we transition straight back downfield. Neither team has full control. It does feel like those 4 Smurfs are in this one. The longer it goes on, the more they're taking advantage. Bard, though, with a missed touch, but Muskrat can't pop it over him, and Bard will clean this up. Also gets the demo. Ball still going the way of Donda in the corner. Now Raid looking for a center. He's got Muskrat over there, but who does not opt to challenge. Bard has to come through, but Bard's touch goes to Muskrat, who's got an open net. Vulcan combines with Bard there. That was almost dangerous again. Back and forth we go. And neither team's defense shows signs of breaking. They bend, they buckle, but they don't break.
Oh man, they're flexing in net, but not breaking just yet. We'll see what team is able to break through here. This is a great pass in, but replays touching that one crucially out. Kosh gets 50. Good cleanup by Muskrat to get that one to Raid. Playing a little bit of possession game there. But
not
yeah,
the touch.
Not the play there, and they hand it right back. But a double whiff, and Raid back flips. The most dangerous play of this overtime by far just then.
Yeah, Raid's feeling the pressure. You can tell he's getting a little lost in the airs here. But Muskrat is able to once again come through for his team. Solidly my MVP of this series for the Donda team. Taking it downfield is Coach. And after all the own goals, the misses, the side post hits, he gets the redemption. We go to the game 7, and Donda pulls it back against this 4 Smurfs team.
How fitting is it that Coach is the one to send it down to cause the own goal? After all the torment that he went through in this series, after own goaling twice, I think, throughout this one, he ends up clearing the ball into an own goal the other way for his hat trick in this game to get the full-on comeback here and win it in overtime. Absolutely beautiful there.
Indeed, some in chat saying an own goal. It was partially an goal. But either way, guys, again, we're running over time. So when we come back, we're going to have a very quick interview with Muskrat, my MVP of the match from this Donda team. You won't want to miss it. Then we